How's it going, everybody? I'm Lawman Wes.
I'm Hefe.
And welcome to another edition of What's Your Poison? So today we really had something special for you, but Mother Nature decided to be a little bit of a bitch and rain. But we're still going to do this episode anyways because, we love you. Always have. Today the beers that we're going to be trying out are what we've kind of talked about in many episodes, known as Patio Pounders. Now, sometimes people might ask, what is a Patio Pounder? Well, Professor Hefe of the University of Leinenkugel is going to tell us what exactly is a Patio Pounder.
I heard the term Patio Pounder years ago, and I kind of always referred to beers as such as a joke. But the more I use it, the more I realize it is the best way to describe some of these beers other than the word session. Session just means that it's a light ABV ale that is easy drinking and you can drink it all day without having any kind of major drunken repercussions. These are all beers that are typically around like 4 or 5% alcohol. We have 5 beers for you today that are between 4.4 and 5% alcohol. So we decided to get some ones that are fun and full of flavor and things you guys could find over the summer, bring to a patio party or a pool party, barbecue. These are the kind of beers you want to go for.
Oh yeah, and I'm very excited for this. So, let's move on to round number 1.
For round 1, we have Leinenkugel Juicy Peach. Now, I know what you're thinking. Leinenkugel, really? But guys, come on. It's 4.4% easy-looking beer, and I say looking because we haven't poured it yet. This is Juicy Peach. Hefe loves his peaches. How could I not want to try this?
How many peach beers have we had
Not enough.
on these episodes?
Not enough.
Oh wow,
That's light.
That
That's
one
light.
looks very light. So,
This smells peachy.
I know.
I'm very excited. It does smell like those peach
Clear.
beers. I'm fine with that because you can tell it's probably not fruit puree in this. I don't know what they're using for the peach end of this. Could be just peach juice. So Leinenkugel shandies are typically a beer and juice combo. Anytime that they do any of their flavored shandies, it's always juice. Oh yeah, I drank a beer. I would have a bunch of these.
Yeah. Oh, that's just
This would be an easy pickup for me. Like if this was a 12-pack, 6-pack, whatever I see on the shelf. Like if I'm going to a party and I know I just don't want to get obliterated with my hazy IPAs or my super double sours and
our bougie.
our bougie beer. If I didn't want to bring that to a party, this is an easy sell. This would be really good.
That was crushable.
I'm not gonna lie.
Crushable.
Dude, I'll give it 4 out of 5 pals.
4 out of 5 pounds?
It does kind of like leave me wanting in the end. Like the flavor goes away really fast, but honestly, if you're drinking enough of these in succession, I don't think it's going to be an
No,
issue.
I mean, I agree with you on that one. I mean, I guess the flavor profile for this one, I do enjoy it. So I'm going to go 4 1/4 pound on this one.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, the summer shandy for me has always been kind of a touchy subject. But
Sure.
this,
That's very different
very
than
nice
like the
job.
summer shandy. There's no tartness to it really at all. It's just sweetness and light beer.
which is crazy because it says refreshing and tart on this one. But, I mean,
I'm not getting a tart. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Did I miss something?
I was going to say, Hefe, you'd have a peach?
Yeah, I'd have a peach.
I'd have a peach.
Okay, I get a little tartness on that, but nothing like a lemon. Like it's not lemon tart at all. Still very tasty. I recommend it for sure.
Once they said, the alcohol or nectar of the gods or something
Yeah.
like that. I mean, this peach is definitely the nectar.
That's really good. Yeah, I like it. That's bravo, Leinenkugel. I don't normally recommend Leinenkugel, but this, if you ask me, this is good. I'll say yeah, it's good.
I give it a thumbs up.
Gumption.
Oh yeah. Well, this is the first of a few different patio pounders we have on this episode today that are fruit-based. So, get done with one, move on to round 2. Round number 2, I found something at Aldi that it blew my mind and I just had to get it. It's from State of Brewing in Waunakee, Wisconsin. It's a cherry Kolsch. So, this is going to be very, very interesting. I have not had this yet, and I waited, and
It looks awesome. I mean, like, just by the can. I mean, let's be real. When you go into Aldi, they have upped their game when it comes to their craft beer section. But it also sells really well. I mean, like, they are obviously bringing in more options, so.
oh yeah. So, I mean,
Look at that. Little pink there. Kind of reminds me of looks like a rosé cider kind of.
Yeah, actually it does.
You know,
yeah.
Good carbonation, really. Honestly, for such a small pour, like there's some good carbonation, good bubbles on the top there.
It's got a nice sour cherry.
Yeah, it does, but it also has just like a nice green malt there. Like you can smell the beer end of things, so that's really like the very the hard balance between these fruity summer beers is it too fruity or is it too beery? You know, so you just want something that this is also 4.4 ABV. It should be easy drinking. Very light cherry. I'm not getting a little bit of tart on the aftertaste, but I'm not getting like a cherry juice or it's not like cherry medicine.
No,
so it doesn't taste like artificial cherry.
We're not getting that Dimetapp flavor.
Right. No, this is definitely more of the black cherry softness to it. It's not super sweet. I honestly like that about this. I'm glad that it's not just like cough syrup. You know?
No, I mean, because now that I think about it, I mean, I swear, for the first two beers that we've had is almost like retrospect from our very first episode, when we, or like the first episode that we put out in like 5 parts, where we did the peach Kolsch, and then we also had the Cherry Bomb Blonde from North Street in Davenport, Iowa.
Yeah.
So, and that one kind of had a little bit more of that Dimetapp cherry flavor, and this one, I think that one was more of a cherry lager.
Sure.
So that's why it might have had that.
Kolsch is still technically an ale.
Yeah, but I mean, but I think with that one, it was like the mouthfeel was so light that the flavor profile came off as being a little too like Dimetapp.
Sure.
And this with the, I mean, this is a little more. This is heartier.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like honestly, like I'm gonna taste a little bit more here, but this. I like the soft, natural sweetness of the cherries. I don't know what they're using for the cherries, but again, I feel like it's more of a juice than it is like a puree.
Yeah.
I mean, it describes it on the can, just like right under where it says cherry Kolsch. It says crisp and refreshing, and honestly, that's what I'm getting from this. It's very crisp, very like it's crisp, like biting into a fresh apple, and it's refreshing, as in like I could definitely drink more than one of these. I would definitely.
I could too. For my grade though, I think it's a little. I mean, the heartiness is great, but for me personally, just because of with age, tolerance can mess up your digestive tract a little bit, and when it gets a little too hearty, I start feeling a little bit heavy. I feel heavy when that's hearty. I feel heavy, and I'm not taking too much away from this. I am going to give this 3 3/4 pow because it is very tasty. I do enjoy it. It's just at the same time, I also think I could have had this colder, maybe.
Okay. Yeah,
I think that's why it's affecting me the way it is right now.
Sure. Okay, so one of more of those beers where it's just better if it's colder. I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, and that's fair. I'm giving 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5?
Just like my last review. It's just for different reasons. The other one, giving it in its sweetness and its refreshingness. This being very crisp and very light. I very much enjoy that, especially when it comes to like a hot summer day summer beer. A good patio pounder.
Okay, amen to that. Well, we're going to take a step away from the fruit patio pounders for a second, and we're going to move on to something a little bit different, a little bit unfiltered, if you will.
All right, for round number 3, we are going the only non-fruity beer we have today, Boulevard Unfiltered Wheat. Now, they have rebranded this, and they just call it a hazy American classic. Now, their Unfiltered Wheat is literally one of the beers that put Boulevard on the map as a easy farmhouse-style wheat beer that is light and easy to drink on hot days. It's only got 14 IBUs. This is 4.4% alcohol. The last 3 beers have been exactly 4.4. It's kind of funny. But this is just going to be your typical hazy American wheat. Probably closest to like Allagash is what I'd say.
Okay.
But it's very different from the new wheat. Look how like golden dandelion yellow this is. It might key out.
Yeah, it might key out, but that's all right. But I mean, like when you mentioned like Allagash, I mean, it has that Allagash white.
Well, and look at this color too. Like this color, just that head on there. And I love the head retention on there. This is, and for such a small glass, it's real easy to tell. Like this beer's got the carbonation and love.
And I love how the little carbonation bubbles are just dancing off the edge of the glass right there. That is so cool.
So yeah, this one's just an easy summer classic. This is one of my go-to summer beers.
Fair enough. Oh yeah,
Easy. That is a classic wheat beer. It's not hiding any hoppiness or dry hop anything. It's not trying to be like an American hopped wheat or anything like that. This is a classic. I mean, I'd say it's very along the lines of Allagash White, where Allagash White is a little more tart than this. This is definitely more on the soft coriander side of wheat beers. What do you get?
right. Not that, but I'm getting like, I feel like I'm tasting raisin. I don't know what it is.
Huh. There is something there. It's like a dark fruit kind of aftertaste. Yeah.
I was just like, it took me a moment. I was just like, not a bad thing. It's just kind of, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, it's definitely.
What the hell's going on in my mouth?
Interesting. No, I'm not. I don't get necessarily raisin, but maybe some dark fruit aftertaste. Maybe it was, not properly cleaning the palate from the cherry that we just drank.
Maybe.
But I don't know.
I mean,
more. There's more.
Yeah. No. I mean, it's not like I was like, I mentioned that it's not a bad thing. It's
No.
It's just kind of like I'm trying to figure out if there's certain profiles in this beer that I'm just not.
I like that they're classifying it as hazy American classic. This has always been hazy. It's always been unfiltered. This has literally always been this beer. But the word hazy sells.
No, it's definitely in the beer. Proof is in the pudding on this one.
You say raisin?
It's like
Dried fruit, maybe?
like a dried fruit. Yeah,
I get dried fruit for sure. Yeah,
Well, yeah.
Okay, I can see that. I don't specifically get raisin, but dried fruit, like
No,
any kind of freeze-dried fruit.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at. Because I was just like, why am I tasting raisins? Am I feeling all right? Do I need to go to see the doctor? I don't know what the hell's going on.
Interesting.
But oh yeah, that was a good one.
I give this 4.5 out of 5 pals. This is a classic beer of beers. If we were to crown a beer of beers in the wheat category, I would say Boulevard takes it here. This is just one of their great American classic beers. I very much enjoy this beer. I will always offer this over the 80 Acre.
And we thought about doing that one.
We
too,
did,
but,
yeah.
But we were just like,
And it's fine. It's not a bad beer, but it's one of those wheat beers that's like, let's be like Lagunitas something, where it's a wheat beer, but it's basically an IPA.
Well, however, we also double checked the ABV on that too, and it's a fairly higher than what we were. It was higher than what we were, putting on our in our gambit for the episode.
Absolutely.
And we figured, we're doing 5 of these, so we don't want to overdo it like we have before.
So I say 4.5 out of 5. What did you say?
4.5. Screw it. I'm gonna say unanimous on this one.
All right, cool.
Because I was thinking a little bit, because I started thinking I started getting in my head, like I do sometimes, where I go, I'm still not understanding this dried fruit flavor in my mouth.
Sure.
But I'm like, you know what? It's not a bad thing. Is it a bad thing?
Right.
Wes,
It's
is it a bad thing?
Yeah.
If it's different, it's not a bad thing. Give it the grade you think it deserves, and I give it a 4.5 as well.
All right, cool. 4.5.
All right.
Nice.
Well, now that we've done the non-fruit beer for the episode, we're moving back to the fruit. So let's get to it.
On to number 4, I have the Dragonfruit Allure, which is their sour series at Pollyanna. Pollyanna has a mixed relationship with myself. I have a couple beers from them that are phenomenal beers. I cannot wait to bring them on the show. There's a Belgian quad and a Belgian triple that I'm very, very, very excited.
And wait! Don't tell me! Don't tell me! I know what one of them's not going to be. A Pilsner.
Correct. It's not a Pilsner. So their pills on that advent calendar infamously lives in our heads as one of my biggest disappointments in life.
It's the biggest basic bitch we've ever seen.
Yeah. So these are Berliner style Weiss beers, and this one's made with dragon fruit. So I've not ever really had a dragon fruit where I just like bit into one or took a slice of one. Not that I can ever think of.
Me either.
But everything dragon fruit flavored, and look at that.
Oh, that looks
fun.
That looks like a. Yeah, I was gonna say that milkshake. On top.
On top, yeah.
Yeah, the head looks milkshake.
It's dissipating quickly, which is pretty typical of Berliner style Weiss. I don't know why I want to say Berliner Wild Weiss.
Berliner Weisstein, blah, blah, blah,
Look
blah.
at that. Head's already gone.
Yeah.
So it just bubbled away.
It's
and
juice.
That's fine.
It looks like juice.
more like
It's
juice.
awesome.
So it looks like juice. So let's see.
Alright.
It's going to be tart.
Oh. Tastes like a wine cooler.
It does! This tastes like a fucking wine cooler.
Did you just censor yourself without yelling
Yeah, I
out?
did.
Just
Yeah,
say
I
it
did.
out loud.
No,
Be like,
it's like a fucking wine cooler.
Yeah, I was gonna say, be like the unfiltered we just had.
4.6% ABV.
Whoa.
Not a lot going on here. Ale from
Ah.
Pollyanna, crafted optimism. Well, not optimistic enough. I'm sorry.
I got it just because it said dragon on it, just because of Dragonfire Entertainment. But
no, look, I definitely, if I would have saw this on, I'd easily pick it up. I'd be like, oh yeah, Dragonfruit, cool. I don't think I like Dragonfruit. And it's not even that I don't like Dragonfruit, I just, I don't think I care enough, man. It makes me a little sad.
you make me want to drink Bartles and James now.
Okay.
I'll drink Seagram's now.
That tastes like one of those wine cooler things, yes, like the Seagram's wine, whatever the hell that was.
Actually, you know what? It tastes like somebody put water in a bottle of that, you know, it's MD 2020. Everybody thought it was Mad Dog 2020. No, it's Mokum David. I mean, it's that freaking malt wine and pours a bunch of fucking like water or club soda. You take club soda and you pour that into a freaking wine cooler or even like the malt wine. That's what you get. And you know what? I don't know if I like it.
I'm kind of mad at you, Pollyanna.
I'm mad at you too.
Okay, here's the thing.
I've loved other ones from Pollyanna.
Exactly.
Damn it!
Pollyanna makes some great
Damn
beer. But this is the second time Pollyanna has very much just been one of the most disappointing parts of my life. At least the disappointing part of my career in beer. I don't want to drink any more of it. I'm sorry.
No. No.
God, pals are tough here.
1.5.
All right, 1.5. Look, yeah, if you want to drink, dude, these things come in 4-packs. Like, how are you supposed to get drunk off of 4 of those, and then get it for your friend who drinks wine coolers? Like, who drinks wine coolers anymore? Everyone drinks seltzers. Like, it doesn't even taste. Actually, it kind of tastes like a seltzer. No, it's got that weird. It's got that weird whininess. Like whininess.
Stop whining.
Whining. No, it's got that weird tannin.
Yeah.
That grapish wine.
It's making my stomach
sangria
hurt the more
thing.
we talk about
I
it.
don't want it anymore.
All right, well, now
That's
that,
it. 1.5 pals. Boom.
yeah, unanimous. Well, while we're
Lamenting.
lamenting and regaining our composure, let's move on to our 5th and final round today, and I think this is gonna be a good redemption round. I think so. Let's move on. So for our 5th and final round today, from Oswego Brewing Company, I know, you know what? Hey, I live in Oswego, so I gotta bring these in.
It helps them make tasty beer.
Exactly, and this is Go Man Go. This is a mango wheat ale. I've had this before, and you know what? I wanted to...
Sorry, I get it.
Go Mango! So, when they serve this at Oswego Brewing Company, they actually use a Fiesta-style seasoning to rim their glasses, but sometimes people may not like that. So, in the interest of fairness, we're going to try it without the seasoning first, and then we also have some glasses that are rimmed with the seasoning. So,
Not gonna lie, this is the kind of beer that my wife would like. She very much loves her spice. So we have the rim with the beer on there. I'm very excited to try that out. I'm sure she would love it. How's Ashley with that stuff?
she doesn't mind it.
Okay.
She still does the keto stuff, so she's still doing the seltzer. So, one of these days, we'll get her to drink some more beer. All right, well, as you can see, with this wheat ale, or this, this brewed wheat, it's
Mango wheat.
kind of cloudy, which is nice.
Looks kind of like the unfiltered wheat we had with Boulevard, yeah. Not really getting anything on the nose.
Well, mango.
sniff.
I was gonna say,
Three sniff.
3 sniff. You're gonna get the mango a little bit more because the aroma for a mango, even when you cut into it,
Right.
It's not. There's not
Very,
a
very
lot.
mild, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it'll blend well with the beer.
Oh yes.
Oh, that's nice and soft.
Right.
It's not overly sweet. Oh, there's a little bit of sweetness kind of comes in the aftertaste. the finish in your mouth, like that mouthfeel just kind of lingers. That sweetness is there, but not like sugary sweet at all.
No.
It tastes very natural. This has got to be made with like fruit puree. This is very good.
I need to ask them about that because when they first put it out, I was just like, this could go one of two ways.
Right.
And when I had it for the first time, excuse me, while it was rimmed with the seasoning, this makes it so much more
I'm
interesting.
very curious.
This is a game changer, ladies and gentlemen.
That changes the entire experience of this beer.
It gives it a spiciness.
A little tiny bit.
The salt in there, like the lime salt that goes in there, accentuates that sweetness and just kind of makes it pop just a little bit more.
Oh, this would make it a Cinco de Mayo beer.
Oh yeah. Oh, if only it came out at that point, but
Oh man.
Ah yeah.
I like that. That really changes it from a beer to more of like a beer cocktail. Even just adding the rim makes it more like a beer cocktail. Now, there's very few times. Sorry, I keep looking at it.
Gotta lick it before you stick it.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's really good. There's very few times that adding a rim on a beer is actually a good idea. That's one of them. That's a good like reason to put that in there. That totally adds a whole other layer to the drinking experience, which is really cool to see breweries do that. A lot of breweries are always finding a new way to make their beer more presentable. Having a beer in a glass is obviously the classic way of doing things. In the 90s, they thought it was putting beer in a frozen cold glass was a great idea. That's where that started. It's a terrible idea. Never do it. Then in the early 2000s, it was a lot about drinking beer warm because you were cellaring your beer. It's like a 16% ABV Imperial Stout. You want to drink it at like 55 degrees is what they're saying. But honestly, cellaring beer is not that great of an idea either. You really just got to drink your beer when it's freshest. But then you have stuff like this where it's become more of a thing to drink it as like a cocktail. You could rim that glass. You could drink it with a lemon, a lime, orange, whatever you feel like you want to accentuate the drinking experience. This is one of those moments where it changes and accentuates the drinking experience where also we call it Instagrammable moments. So you can post those on your website and go, people will just, oh, what is that, huh?
So hearing Hefe mention all this about, things from the 90s, the 2000s, of things that people have tried to do, and especially with what, what's going on now, to be honest, what I'm perceiving of this is, you know what? If you like your beer a certain way, just do it. Do what you likes for you.
You do you, boo.
Yeah, exactly, boo boo. So, what are you gonna grade this one?
Holy cow. Like, honestly, that was a fun experience. I really enjoyed the beer itself. Then adding that other layer of flavor, honestly, it bumped it up for me. So, I guess seeing a beer in its side of its potential, I would say 4 pounds.
4 pounds?
And I'm not disappointed by the beer at all.
No,
I like wheat beers. Wheat beers in general are really hard to impress anybody. But you take that wheat beer, you see its potential, and just go like, look, like this could be someone's total summer drink, total patio pounder for this summer. And that's just because we added that little
No, I agree. I mean, for me, I am going to say 4 3/4 on this.
Damn.
Because I had it originally.
Sure,
The first time I had it was with the glass being rimmed.
Sure.
But, and I enjoyed it that way. And then I tried it without. And I enjoyed it just as much. So for me, that's like, for me, it's like I want to give it a 5. But, because we have certain breweries that we are very biased with, and me living in Oswego, I'm kind of biased on that one. But, in the interest of fairness, I'm going to say 4 3/4 because it's just, I like
Totally
it.
fine.
I like it both ways.
We all have our allegiances. No, just on that point though, we all have our allegiances. Like there are some breweries that have just absolutely made us so happy time and time again.
Yeah.
Where it's going to be hard to find those rough spots in a brewery. I totally
Energy
understand
City.
that. Exactly. Like it's just going to have some of those breweries where it's going to be hard to find something wrong.
Right.
On the other hand, Pollyanna, you've got a 50-50 record with me right now. Like seriously, Half your beers are fantastic. The other half make me want to cry in a closet. With that being said, I very much enjoyed this episode.
So
Patio Pounders for the summer. I hope that we went over enough different styles and different varieties where you guys can find them on your own and then take them to your own patio parties.
I hope so too. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you leave a thumbs up. If you've had some of these beers and you don't necessarily agree with our reviews on these ones, if you disagree with us on Pollyanna for this one, okay, we understand, but you know, we're watching you. Other than that, make sure that you share with social media, but most importantly, push the little red button and ring the bell for instant notifications. Not to mention, last but not least, Hefe's got his channel Beer You Beer Me on YouTube and TikTok, as well as Instagram. He's everywhere.
Yeah, I tried. Beer You Beer Me. That's
and hey, let's just know. Hey, I've subbed a long time ago, and you should sub too. Until then, I'm Wild Man Wes.
And I'm Hefe.
And we'll see you next time on What's Your Poison, and we've got something even more special for the next episode. Hold up.